Thank you all so much. So on behalf of Kolkata Regional Center and all our esteemed fraternities of IGNOU Kolkata Regional Centers, all our learners and all our esteemed alumni, it is my proud privilege to welcome you all for this webinar, a discussion of these esteemed luminaries who are joining with us today here. Thank you all so much for joining us. Well, this is the fifth anniversary, I may say, of NEP 2020. And the academic community as a whole, I think, are extremely positive and looking forward to this transformative policy taking over our lives and our society and our entire historical epoch, because it was so important that we have this transformative policy in place, and NEP 2020 was institutionalized. We are very happy that uh, we have few extremely experienced educationists from Bengal, principals of colleges who have joined here with us. And Kolkata Regional Center is very happy to welcome all of them here. I may just first formally welcome all our dignitaries who are going to join this discussion today. We have here Professor Shubir Nag, Principal, Shottapriya Roy College of Education, Kolkata. We have Dr. Shoma Ghosh, Principal, Hiralal Majumdar. Dr. Shoma, yes, you're here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Dr. Shoma Ghosh, Principal, Hiralal Majumdar Memorial College for Women, Dokhineshwar. Professor Krishnendu Datta, Principal, Maulana Azad College. Yes, Dr. Datta. Dr. Shutapa Roy, Principal, Vidyasagar College for Women. Thank you, Madam. And Dr. Shubhrata Kumar Roy. Dr. Roy, are you here? He may be joining us now. He's also one of our dignitaries. Principal, Prabhu Jagat Bandhu College, Andul. Thank you all for being a part of this discussion. Yes. Thank you all for being part of this discussion. And as you can very well understand, although the topic that we had decided was going to be an engagement with NEP 2020, the strategies and challenges, each one of the principals who are here with us have been deep into the implementation of NEP and all its principles, and the practical functionaries who have been experiencing the day-to-day activities and how the implementation of NEP would actually take place. They're also here to discuss the challenges that they face out here and what are the ways that we can take it forward. And of course, to give it a special flavor, we would like to make this a kind of a West Bengal perspective, because we are locally placed here. Our local context is Bengal. So all the more, I think all of us are looking forward to understanding where exactly we stand in the way NEP 2020 is evolving. It is metamorphosizing right now. So we have to see the evolution from different perspectives, because it was intended to be a transformative policy for education. And it was indeed a transformative policy for education. Now, a little note of IGNOU as an university, and what is the role of IGNOU in NEP 2020, and how IGNOU has been working towards implementation and strengthening the values of NEP 2020. As you are aware, IGNOU was established in 1985 by an act of parliament, and it was established in order to make increase the gross enrollment ratio of the nation, so that more and more people, more and more social categories could be brought into the educational universe. And it acted in the same direction. It is today a movement where education transcends every borders of every borders of categories, inclusiveness in every category of of society. We have special programs which are designed. Yes, Dr. Shubrat Roy is out here. He has joined us. Yes. So IGNU has been contributing to imparting an education which is borderless in time, in terms of age, in terms of in terms of religion, in terms of gender, in terms of social categories. And it has made its impact to such a way that it has included a number of social marginalized social categories which were earlier seen outside of education. For example, it has made an impact in the way jail inmates. We have specially designed programs for jail inmates. We have specially designed programs for the army and the armed forces. We have specially designed programs where even women and homemakers can participate. And of course, in trying to make up for for a skill based and employability promoting programs. This is of course now, but when it started in 1985, IGNU came up with the values of flexibility, it came up with values of access, and it came up with values of equity. It had universalized education and taken education to each and every doorstep, democratized education to the utmost capacity and what was required by the nation at that time. When today NEP 2020 emphasizes on flexibility, NEP 2020 emphasizes on technology enabled education, it emphasizes on collaboration and partnership, it emphasizes on multidisciplinary blended learning, and it also emphasizes on competency based education. IGNU, however, even before these policies were in place, IGNU has been always in this path of flexibility. Whether we talk of leveraging age, whether we talk of leveraging the multiple entry and exit and the lateral entry programs, the choice-based programs and interdisciplinary programs, to make education inclusive, all these have been primary mandates for IGNU since 1985. And so, as we can understand, when NEP 2020 came into the forefront, it was IGNU which came forward, and IGNU had conducted a number of facilitation programs by which NEP 2020 could be outreached and disseminated widely throughout the country. So here we are after 5 years, and here we are in Bengal, and we have these special dignitaries who are joined here with us, and we would like to, uh, in course of our discussion, what we hope will emerge is not just what your experiences and the way you have implemented NEP 2020 and the different facets of the activities that have been taken up in course of implementation of the primary mandates of NEP 2020, but we would also like to hear from you what are the ways that challenges have erupted, and especially in within a scenario of limited infrastructure, in a scenario of limited resources that are available, and of course the wide ranging digital divide that we face. Within these challenges, how have you encountered and how have you attended to the challenges that have emerged? And along with it, we would also like to hear from you what you feel could help in strengthening NEP 2020 as an even more active and even more contributing a transformative educational program for future India, and in the contribution that we make for Viksit Bharat in 2047. So, thank you very much, and I think I will begin with Dr. Sutapa Rai, Principal Vidyasagar College, because Madam had a special request for she has to leave for an urgent errand, and we will not keep her back. So, Madam, would you please come and join us? And may I please, inform our viewers that all our dignitaries have an exceptionally, impressive CV and bio and their achievements and experiences, but because of paucity of time, we have just noted them and documented them in our website. So please visit the websites to get the detailed bio of all the dignitaries who are here with us. Thank you, Dr. Roy. Please come on board.
Thank you so much, Sujata. Good morning to everybody present here in this digital platform. And first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Sujata Datta Hajarika, Senior Regional Director of RC Kolkata, for inviting me to share my thoughts on such an important topic today. Thank you so much, Sujata. My
Thank you
greetings
so
to other dignitaries also present in this platform. Professor Shubir Nag, Principal of Shattopriya College of Education, Dr. Shoma Ghosh, Principal of Hiralal Majumdar Memorial College for Women, Dr. Krishnendu Dotto, Principal of Maulana Azad College, and Dr. Subroto Kumar Roy, Principal of Prabhu Jagat Bandhu College. Coincidentally, I will just want to mention that I'm from Prabhu Jagat Bandhu College, my previous institution. So, sir, it's a great pleasure to be with you here. Yeah. Today, I share some of the thoughts on a matter which deeply concerns, in fact, all stakeholders in higher education sector. That is the National Education Policy 2020. While NEP 2020 is undeniably a visionary document aiming to transform India into a knowledge superpower, its ground level implementation, especially in institutions like ours, Vidyasagar College for Women, it has revealed a range of critical challenges that demand urgent attention. Let me begin by acknowledging that NEP 2020 envisions a holistic, multidisciplinary, and flexible system of education, which Sujata Madam has just pointed out. It definitely promotes student centric learning, skill development, digital integration, and a robust framework for research and innovation. However, the gap between vision and reality is wide. And as an institution striving for excellence amidst constraints, we really face severe pressing difficulties. Now, what sort of difficulties? I'll just mention them very briefly because we can really go on hours explaining what the exact problems we faced while implementing NEP 2020. The foremost problem which we have is with infrastructure, because this is something which we can't build overnight. And despite our determination to comply with the new mandates, my college, like many others, of course, suffers from inadequate physical infrastructure. The 4 year undergraduate program really demands more classrooms, technological support, laboratories, seminar spaces, which we really cannot afford to give our students. And especially since we share our premises with other institutions, we really struggle to expand in the manner which is required. Now, our recent, I will really want to mention, NAC success has opened, we have achieved a grade A in the NAC assessment accreditation, yes, very recently. So, this has opened some doors for funding opportunities. But the transition to NEP requires sustained and substantial investment. So, this has not yet been made available to us from any quarter. So, this is a major problem. Second is like we do not have the academic flexibility to open courses which we would have if we were an autonomous college. Like NEP 2020 promotes multidisciplinary subjects with greater acceptability in the job market. But we have to follow the university. We are affiliated to the University of Calcutta, so we cannot, at our whims and wishes, we cannot open courses. So this is another big challenge which we are facing. Next is the curriculum overhaul and academic load. In fact, this also is absolutely governed by the university rules and regulations. So we cannot change these as per our requirements. So and moreover, many departments are struggling, to redesign syllabi. We keep sending letters to the board of studies in different subjects, but I don't know that whether the university really is doing something regarding this. My other colleagues present here might be able to share their experiences, but since I have led my institution from the front, I haven't seen the university accepting these suggestions much. So much more needs to be done from the front of the university to which we are affiliated. They also, need to be very much proactive regarding the implementation of NEP 2020. And only then institution like ours, with limited academic flexibility, can go ahead with the implementation of the programs.
Dr.
Now,
Roy, I'm sorry,
another
I'll just have to intervene just a little bit. So before we go to the challenges, is it possible for you to tell us, enumerate a few, what aspects of NEP have you implemented in your college? How have you gone about it? So that we
like
can go into the challenges after that.
like the ABC which the NEP wanted us to implement. So I have made sure that all my students who got admitted to semester one, they have their academic credit bank. So this was one thing. This was difficult to convince the students, but then I made them understand that this was something which they needed to do later on. They can, if they do not do this, then they cannot carry forward the credits which can be. Kept in this bank for them. So, we conducted orientation programs and workshops. And then today I can claim that all my students have this ABC bank, credit bank. So this was one thing which we implemented. And then the interdisciplinary programs at the college level only. We have, inter-subject classes, and like for example, political science and history. Yeah, the teachers, they interchange and they take classes. Then we have inter-student programs. The students, the peer teaching, which I have encouraged very much in my college. So the peer teaching, like the students only, the advanced learners, they take the classes of the slow learners from other departments as well. So in this way, the multidisciplinary approach and the interdisciplinary approach we have been trying to implement, but within the college. It has not had a formalized shape because the university is not allowing this. The rules do not permit us to do. So this is where I was saying that the academic flexibility is not there to implement NEP 2020 to its fullest core. I mean, the all the demands of NEP 2020 cannot be met. But the things which we could do, we have done. Like I said about this, and then distance learning, we definitely, NEP 2020 is always encouraging distance learning. So this we have done. Then online classes also, though the university has does not permit online classes, but still I have told teachers that remedial classes which you are supposed to take, you can do it online. I mean, I have myself permitted this, that because remedial classes are not within the routine. So I have encouraged the teachers that since students come from very far, they might not be able to attend the extra classes which you are taking. So during the recess, if you remember that University of Calcutta, they asked us to conduct classes during the recess. So at that time, I said that yes, you can take online classes so that the students don't need to travel all the way to the college. So this is one thing which we have encouraged very much, the blended mode of teaching, right? So in this manner, in every aspect of NEP, whatever flexibility we have, we are trying to do it. But then beyond that, we cannot, since the university does not permit us to. So this is where even I was. This was one of my points, that the center state gap. The center is wanting us to implement NEP 2020, but the administrative and the policies which the state needs to implement regarding NEP, that has to come. I mean, the state has to come forward to do this. if we are supposed to I mean if the students have to really benefit from all the aspects of NEP 2020. So even this gap between the state and the central policies, this has to go. This has to be, I mean, bridged. Only then it will be fully possible. And financial burden is a very important point. I would say that governing body has really supported us very much during this implementation also. And I mean, regarding the finances, the governing body has been with me. We have been able to, I mean, install interactive display boards in all the classrooms. I mean, all the rooms in my college are all smart rooms. I mean, they are they all have the IDPs. Then the students can use the smart boards. The teachers can use smart boards while teaching. So this the governing body has really supported me in to I mean this bridge this
What
digital
about
divide.
thing of innovation? What about the IICs and the the innovation, and innovation has become, and competency education has become part
Right,
of your
right. Yes, we have been trying,
steps?
like we have been doing that also. You know, we have the incubation center where the students they, you know, they experiment and they are doing, pursuing, you know, courses like mushroom cultivation they are doing. Then baking courses we have these kind of small courses in future, which I'm thinking of starting like as startups,
Yes.
encouraging the students to start the startups. So this year we haven't been able to do it, but from next year we are going to do this. So that way also, you know, skill development courses we are trying for that.
NEP somehow has is almost a kind of a transformative value transformation takes place. Like how earlier generation education would look for seeking employment. Here you have a system which is trying to integrate how exactly you can make innovations, and you become the employer yourself. So that entire value change has to take place within the student. That itself is a big responsibility for the college, I feel, to
Yes, it's very
shift in
important
the paradigm.
because in the past, the understanding was until and unless you become a doctor or an engineer or a say state government employee, that means you don't
Absolutely.
have any career.
This is our
And
time,
I
our
mean,
time of education, the type of
right.
education we grew up with. Yes.
Yes, yes. So that
Doctor,
means
engineer.
it was the case that you haven't done anything in your life if you haven't done these things. Some of
Yes.
the professions which our parents wanted us to follow, but times have changed. Today, as you can see, that jobs are not so easily available. So the job market has become very tough, and students have to be taught. And in fact, you know, this has to be imbibed in them that. Business, or like you said, that values adding values to themselves so that they can employ themselves to create employability for themselves. That is more important than going and doing a job. It is going to take time. Overnight, it will not change. Still, a
Uh,
student, when she or he enters the college, will think that until and unless I get a job, I haven't done anything with my career. But it is our duty to explain to them, which we have already started trying, because you know it's the need of the time, it's need of the hour. As I tell my students, that my vision is that when a girl just walks out of my college after 3 years or 4 years, then nobody should sit in the at home for even one single day. So
yes.
you should be earning. As soon as the girl enters my college, in the first day of the orientation, I tell them, prepare yourselves in these 3 or 4 years. Not only that you get a degree, you have to prepare yourself such that you don't sit at home for one single day. This is my
In
vision for
that
my girls,
sense,
and this should be your vision.
in that sense, what you've just said, IGNU programs, the way IGNU curriculums are designed, it begins in that sense, in that way.
Right.
So you have the first year, you are given a particular kind of skill in the language. The next year you have another set of skill in the primary discipline. Then you have, so it is a path to implement or integrate more skills in the programs that they take. So when if somebody comes out of a particular program, even doing graduation, you are equipped with language, you're equipped with your own discipline, you're equipped with actually how it can be implemented your subject can be implemented in the society. So that is
Right.
one of the special ways in which even IGNU programs are have been designed,
Absolutely.
and which can be of value to all the colleges who are there, to understand how IGNU programs can complement their college education programs. It can be an additional value addition. Thank you so much, Dr. Roy, for being with us. I know you
Okay.
were busy today, but
Yes.
and
Thank you.
this is an important platform for us to understand how colleges have been faring, and how we could be of any kind of assistance, and how we could also join in a collaborative mode with the colleges. Irrespective of you being
Finance
our
is a very important
allies.
constraint, Sujata. Finance is a big constraint for colleges like us to implement the
Yes.
NEP. Augmentation of infrastructure is absolutely important, and without money, that can't happen. And you can't
Right.
expect that NEP 2020 is going to, encourage research, and the center having cut the research, allocation for the research. This seems to be contradictory. So this is one point which I wanted to highlight over here. Anyway, thank you so much. I have taken a lot of time.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, and
Yes.
all the best
Mm.
for your rest of the work.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Then I'm
So,
leaving. Okay, Sujata. I'm
yeah, all
leaving
right.
the.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, I understand. Yes, we will let you
Thank you,
go.
everybody.
So, our second our second participant here will be Professor Shubin Nag.
Yes, madam.
Prof- yes, namaskar. And by
Namaskar.
the way, this is also going to be a multilingual forum where we will also encourage Bangla and English together. So please feel free to, for any intervention in Bangla, because that is also part of NEP's vision, that we should have more and more vernacular and local languages. And we are trying a lot in that effort. IGNU, Kolkata Regional Center, along with IGNU, the entire IGNU fraternity that we have been trying to give more primacy to the local language. So in that sense, বাংলাতে কথা বলতেও আমরা পারবো এখানে, and to make our interventions here. So Dr. Nag, again, one of our extremely extremely esteemed and acclaimed participant. He is the principal for Shotopriya Roy College of Education in Kolkata, and of course, the the alma mater of so many teachers who are now teaching in and around Kolkata and everywhere. So, thank you so much for being here. I would like to request you to first emphasize on the steps that you have taken towards strengthening NEP 2020, the policies that were supposed to be implemented, how you have. And once you have told us about the values that you've already implemented from NEP 2020, then you can tell us probably the challenges that we are facing in the implementation, and how exactly you feel certain proactive steps could be taken through which we could further strengthen this transformative policy for education in future.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. I hope I'm audible. And
Yes.
uh, so, thank you, madam, for giving me this opportunity to share, because I'm the only one among all the principal friends that I am representing Teachers Training Institution, a postgraduate teachers training institution.
A huge
So, I will
responsibility.
a
You
huge
are the
responsibility,
yes.
and all my fellow principal friends, they know it very well that their products, after they finish their all finishing work, all their products, they come to us for
Mm.
the next degree. So we get their end products of general colleges. And other than this responsibility, I'm associated with many other responsibilities in Science College, in MSc, and Presidency University, and various places as guest faculty. So I've got some idea about the general college degree classes also, and the masters done in Science College. But let me start, as you have told, and as rightly you have pointed out, that is a very nicely visioned program, NEP 2020, where this transformative change for the entire country is actually was given emphasis. And I can start with my programs in my college, whatever we are doing. in order to fulfill the broad vision, because we are a teachers training college and all our students, either they are doing their B.Ed course or they are doing their M.Ed course in our college. And some of us, including me, we are acting as PhD guides as well under our university. So many of our scholars, they have already completed their PhD as well. So this is actually the all the courses what we are doing. But now, in addition to all these things, as it is said in the NEP 2020, that value-added professional courses, because this is very, very important. And for that, and as you have rightly introduced in your lecture, madam, that the social sector. So we have done something special. We are not claiming that these are innovations, those who have written all these things under our NAC paper, because some points we get from NAC for this. That is, we have got two special projects in our college done on Saturdays and Sundays. One is Shraddha. Shraddha means all our trainees, some selected trainees, depending on their regions, they go to the old people, the aged people, the senior citizens, those who are living alone in their houses, and giving them some support in terms of medicine, in terms of emergency medical intervention, in terms of counseling, in terms of their necessity. So this project we have named Shraddha. And the other one is for underprivileged kids, those who are appearing in Madhyamik or HS final exams and staying in the nearby slums, and they cannot afford to go to these costly tutorials or have private tutors. So we offer them classes, because we have got teachers of all subjects in our college, because they are all coming with MA and MSc degrees. So we have got enough teacher resources in our own college, and they sit with those underprivileged kids in the second half of Saturdays in our own college premises, preparing them, helping them with the test papers, preparing them for the final exam like Madhyamik and HS. And I've seen one student was taking the assistance from our maths trainees regarding joint entrance engineering as well. So we are assisting them free of cost. And that project we have named ALO. So these ALO and Shraddha, these two projects we have started, considering the social sector as you have identified. And this is the thing which may be necessary for a teacher whenever we are training a teacher. So they are becoming a teacher after completion of these degrees in the society. So they are becoming more and more socially sensitive and socially responsible for these marginalized people, either they are old age people or they are absolutely underprivileged kids. So these two projects we are doing, and as encouraged by NAC, we are having our postgraduate diploma in two different skill development courses. One is counseling skill, and another one is management skill, because these two skill development courses help the teachers in future to help the students, those who are in need. It is not that they are all having a lot of mental disorders, but even learning disabilities, some sort of problems, some psychological problems, some emotional disturbances, some suicidal tendencies are becoming very common among young boys and girls nowadays. And teachers are the best people, those who can counsel them, can help them with this type of skill development courses. And it is becoming very popular in our college. And we are having blended mode of classes. And I am associated with IGNU, madam, you knows, since my days of St. Xavier's in 2000. At that time, Dr. Ghosh was here. I met Dr. Ghosh, very senior person here. At that time, he was the regional director. So since my St. Xavier's days, I was associated with IGNO since 2000. So it is almost completion of 25 years. So I've got one experience that why this type of open universities are more and more popular among students, because everyone, all my principal friends will agree with me that nowadays the attendance in the general classes, the regular courses, are becoming less and less every day. And even after this post COVID period, everyone is demanding for online classes, or they have themselves developed an innovative terminology, that is non attending mode. And they are asking always at the time of admission, sir, in your college, do you have any non-attending mode? And what is that? Non-attending means what? Actually, we will appear in the exam only. We will prepare all the files. We will do all the curricular work, but we won't be coming to college. And then how will you learn? Well, we will learn it ourselves. So this
It is
self-learning,
possible. It is possible to learn themselves. That is where the challenge of our
absolutely, madam,
people is.
absolutely.
It is
And those
possible.
who are not regularly coming, and that is happening in our general college as well, including presidency college, presidency university, the general colleges. All my friends are here, principal friends. We are suffering from the similar type of problem, that attendance, because when we were students in presidency, we couldn't imagine even that not attending a class of a professor, because we used to feel that we are going to miss something if we are not going to a practical class, in a laboratory class. I was a BSc student, so my laboratory science laboratory classes. If I'm not going, that means I'm missing something. But the entire paradigm has been shifted, and now the general approach of the general degree college students as well, our teachers training college, is becoming same, that they are not willing to come to college. They want to attend at least, sometimes even they ask for online classes. They do it in the blended mode. So distance learning or the open learning or the philosophy of self learning is becoming more and more popular nowadays, because all the students are, due to the socio-economic reason, maybe they are not willing to come, because sometimes many of our very underprivileged students, they have showed me in calculating that in order to come to college, they have to spend some money, which is which they cannot afford sometimes, because they come from a very distant place. So sometimes that is also coming under their consideration, including the tiffin cost every day. So they are preferring online mode. They are preferring distance material. They are asking for the materials even in the general degree college. So that is the problem we are also facing in our teachers training. This is all about the brief introduction about my type of institutional issues. But you have mentioned about one more thing, madam, that I want to mention here. We are in a transitional phase, because we are living in India, and India is a wonderful country where we have got ISRO. At the same time, we have got bullock carts. And in our system, we have got brilliant students, and we are having students, those who are actually not even properly literate. They cannot write properly some paragraph even in their own mother tongue. So that is the problem when they're coming to the college. We sometimes get surprised that what they have learned in their school. So that is the thing, the very weak input, academic input we are getting in higher education. Even in our B.Ed, we are getting very, very poor input, those who have completed their masters. So we are sometimes very much surprised. But the main challenge what we are facing nowadays, all of you are aware that it is already proposed by NCT, the 4-year B.Ed course. And we do not have that infrastructure, as one of my principal friends has already said. And she said about her regular course, 4-year degree course. But in order to have B.Ed course for 4 years, we don't have that infrastructure. So we are already waiting for our government order to come, so that there is no other option than to get merged with some general degree course, to have this type of dual course like BA BEd, BSc BEd. So I don't know exactly. Government, definitely we are hoping that they will be coming up with their own plan and the proposal for this type of merger. And once this type of merger takes place, we will survive. Otherwise, this type of teachers training colleges will get extinct. So this is all about our challenges, madam, in future. I don't know exactly what will happen after 2026, that 4-year BA, BEd, BSc, BEd course. How can we have? We don't have that much of faculty members. We don't have that much of infrastructure to have 4-year BA, BEd or BSc, BEd. And we are not even eligible to apply for that ITIP, that integrated teacher education program. So we are in a mode of transition, and we are not aware exactly what will happen in future. So we are really very much worried about that. And talent is there. As I mentioned, that in our country we have got both ISRO and Bullock cart. We have got very weak students. At the same time, we have got brilliant students in the same class and sitting parallelly, and we are teaching both of them together. So that is our main challenge, madam. And in future, I don't know, maybe with some government order, we may have to get merged with some general colleges as all our principal friends are sitting over here. I don't know whether they are aware about this problem of teachers training, and we are hoping that this problem will be solved very soon, and maybe together we can develop something, a new model, a new paradigm in this field. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much, Professor Nath. Thank you so much. And yes, I'm also very, very hopeful that your challenges will be overcome because teachers training is one of the most important emphasis for NEP 2020 also. So I'm sure that these challenges are temporary, and as we have already said, there have been we are all functioning under paucity of infrastructure resources, digital divide. We are working under those and still hoping that we will be able to overcome all that and come forward with it. I think most important would be the spirit of collaboration of different institutions to come together, and the entire citadel of NEP 2020 actually is grounded on the spirit of collaboration, and that is the only way we can overcome that. Thank you so much. And that brings us to our next participant, Dr. Shoma Ghosh, Principal, Hiralal Mojumdar Memorial College for Women, Dokineshwar. Madam, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, madam. Yes, please
And
come in.
thank you for inviting me to share the platform with Professor Shubir Nag, a very renowned personality, a very enriched, knowledgeable personality.
The teacher of all
Professor Dr.
teachers. The teacher
Yeah,
of all
teacher of all
teachers.
teachers, definitely. And I met him so many times, and I'm really feel proud to share the platform with him. It's an opportunity to share the platform with Professor Dr. Krishnendu Dotto, principal of Maulana Azad College. I'm meeting him for the first time. Hope to learn a lot from him. And Dr. Shubroto Roy, Principal, Vidyasagar College for Women. I'm really thankful that you have given me the opportunity to share the platform with Dr. Roy. I met her earlier also. And Dr. Shubroto Kumar Roy, Principal of Prabhu Jagat Bandhu College. Now, my college, that is Hirulal Mojumdar Memorial College for Women, is a women's college. And it has obtained A plus with a good score in 2023
Congratulations.
third cycle NAC. We have a very good batch of students. If I share last 5 years pass percentage, it is 94.36%. And why I'm sharing all these things is the fact that this 94.36% pass percentage was from the students who actually obtained their degree under CBCS mode. Now, coming to NEP, already first semester and third semester results are out, and it has come down to 57%. In my college, students' pass percentage is always high, never being less than 90%, whereas it has come down to 47%. When I'm fortunately or unfortunately, I'm the member of NEP committee in the university. When I shared my result, university controller of examinations said that, madam, this is over the average of university result, which is actually 32%. That is, university result is actually stands at 32%. Now, what is the problem? We have to search into that. First of all, so far as my experience goes, the books, the library with conventional knowledge bank, students are actually not interested to visit the library. There are lesser number of students or students footfall in the library, which is actually full of conventional books. Now, coming to 2025 regulation, It has been gazetted on 26th March 2025. 4.0 General Requirements for Higher Education Institutions. Higher education institutions, clause 1 says that higher education institutions prepared to handle biannual admissions may admit students twice a year in July, August, and January, February. This is a potential strategy making higher education accessible to the students from all backgrounds at their choiceable time. It is, of course, a strategy which may expand the scope for the students to get the opportunity for higher education at their convenience. Online distance learning, if it can be clubbed with conventional courses, both will be strengthened because job seekers can also pursue their zeal for higher education. But it is indeed a challenge for the colleges and the universities. The word may admit leaves the scope for may not. Lack of uniform pattern will definitely create confusion among the students, as well as may arise problem of survival for the conventional higher education institutions, because online distance learning centers offer biannual admissions. Now, we have several constraints already being mentioned by Dr. Roy and Dr. Nag. We have paucity of fund, we have paucity of infrastructure, we are not permitted to promote online education all the time. All these things are really constraints for our survival as well. If we focus on clause number 4/4, when it says that integration of higher education, vocational education, training and skill and internship shall be made as part of the UG and PG curricular structure in accordance with the curriculum and credit framework, etc. So there is a focus on skill development, which is definitely essential. Definitely vocational education is the need of the hour. But so far I have felt through my experience in the NEP meetings and in my college as well, that UGC must develop a uniform pattern for all universities across the country. Varieties and deviations beyond a certain extent may create discrepancies in knowledge base among the students. For example, there in recent days there is a debate within the members of NEP committee in our university, West Bengal State University. CU, Calcutta University, is following the framework of 60 to 90 hours for internship, whereas West Bengal State University is still following the framework of 120 hours for the same internship program. Now, this has created a divide among the university students. Moreover, some universities are offering conventional courses in the same way as it used to offer before. Old pattern, but there is a old pattern, but they are clubbing it with skill enhancement courses, ability enhancement courses, etc., which is creating a tremendous burden on the students. And this is making students losing their interest in higher education. Let us focus on Article 4, clause number 5, multiple entry and exit. Higher education, so far I feel, that is a continuous process. It is an approach to life. Extra load, 4 years investment of time and money may insist for exit. And I don't feel that it will fulfill the purpose of education at all. The problem can only be solved if we make online distance learning as a part of our conventional transmission of knowledge. Clause number 6, it focuses on accumulation of credits as part of UG and PG programs other than regular mode. Definitely, it promotes online distance learning, which is indeed innovative and a very good strategy for the students. But universities must be ready to accommodate this new framework. There are portals like SOIM, like NPTEL. There are such programs which combine information, knowledge-based courses for these outstanding students. But if university syllabus are not made as per global requirement, it will not be beneficial for the majority of the students, creating again a knowledge divide in the society. For SOIM examinations, a student has to pay rupees 1,000, which is often a problem for the students coming from below poverty line. Colleges must be allowed to provide concessions in this respect as well, or UGC must devise a new strategy for this. And universities must be ready to incorporate SOIM courses into their syllabus. Otherwise, this will all these attempts will go in vain. Most importantly, the problem, so far I felt, lack of uniformity in introducing the NEP regulation, which seems to be a challenge for both the students and higher education institutions. And admission is falling down. Just now, I have learned about academic flexibility. Yes, academic flexibility may be offered through several things. This regulation, through its clause number 3, has talked about MOOC courses, massive open online courses, open and distance learning mode learning, academic bank of credit, credit transfer. But the thing is, there is still lack of awareness not only among the students but also among the teachers, among the administrators, among the policymakers, and at every corner of university and colleges. Dr. Dag was talking about teachers training. UGC must mandatorily make teachers to get training on NEP courses. They are still ready to follow the conventional mode. Unless the teachers are ready to accept NEP in true spirit of the term, NEP 2020 will not bring us desirable outcome. For example, research. There is a proposal from the university that research in the 7th and 8th semester, in the 8th semester particularly, will follow PhD regulation. Can it really be done? PhD regulations are meant for the PhD scholars. So universities have to be more flexible. Universities must be ready to accommodate the demands of the students first. And UGC must make IIC to be introduced in every colleges and universities. UGC must make it mandatory so that research and innovation can be promoted through the uniform platform. And then only the spirit of inclusive education, elimination of digital divide can be eliminated. And this was all from my experience. And I still would like to focus on uniformity and awareness generation. Thank you.
Yes, I think we will take up from what you said in the last, that awareness generation and uniformity and collaboration will have to be the most important values which will have to be which will probably give more power and empower NEP in the way that we are thinking of today. So we will now go
Actually,
request.
madam, one thing, I don't know about the other universities, but West Bengal State University still is not ready to accept online distance learning courses. whether it is through IGNU or Netaji Subhash Open University and all. Some sort of acceptance is about SIAM. 20. This is only 20%. So we have to think over it.
Not accepting IGNU courses, you mean,
No,
as a additional,
as a part of credit transfer. As a part
as
of
a
credit transfer. Yeah.
okay. Oh, these are important matters which will, I mean, you cannot, uh, these matters will have to be brought into a proper mandate to understand how we are going to step forward. So we have here our next participant, Dr. Professor Krishnendu Datta, Principal, Maulana Azad College, Kolkata.
Yes.
Yes. Dr. Datta, you're here, and thank you so much for joining us. You must have been hearing us trying to get NEP, in an implementable form, and how exactly we can strengthen and empower NEP through the limitations that we have. So my request to you would be to first share your own initiatives and your own events and experiences and your efforts that you've made to implement NEP at your college, and then we will come also to your challenges. And I have known you, all the college principals who are out here. We are very happy to have you here because you've been a backbone for IGNU's activities in Bengal also. And so we express our gratitude for the way you have supported IGNU, and realizing that ODL and open and distance learning is no longer an alternative. It is definitely complementary, and every college and institution which views these programs as to be taken and to be utilized in the best possible way for the development of your own education will ultimately be a common benefit for all of us. So, Dr. Datta, please join us.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. First, I would like to convey my thanks to the Senior Regional Director, Dr. Suyata Datta Hajarika, for inviting me to share my views on a very emergent topic on the 5th anniversary of one of the most transformative and forward-looking initiatives in India's education landscape, the National Education Policy 2020. I also thanks to the participants who are here. Along with, I have already listened the things, the values, the favor of Professor Subir Nag, Principal, Satyapura College of Education, Dr. Soma Ghosh, Principal of Hilalal Majumdar Memorial College, and Dr. Sutapa Roy of Principal Business College for Women. So thanks them all. Now, what I want to say, being a principal of a government general degree college, see this NEP 2020. Actually, if I say a word in the voice of Dr. K. Koshiranjan, who is the architect of this policy, that it is basically an integrated yet flexible approach designed to nurture not only cognitive abilities but also ethical, social, and emotional and creative capabilities, essential for building a vibrant, inclusive, and sustainable society. But what kind of generation we are imparting education? If we see the demography, if we see the data bank of Indian population, is almost in the world's youngest population. More than 50% are under the age of 35. And this generation we often call the generation Z. So we are imparting education, we are imparting meaningful education to that generation. So this is basically a great challenge for us. It's really a challenge. And this NEP 2020 give us a new avenue to impart meaningful education to this generation of learners. Now, all of us must aware that the higher education policy of the government of India is to increase the gross enrollment ratio in higher education, which is presently around 28.3%, and it is targeted to be 50% in 2030. So this is also a part of the core agenda of Sustainable Development Goal SDG 4 of 2030, which seeks to ensure the inclusion and equitable quality education and promote lifelong opportunities for all. But what I want to say that there are several transformations in our academic sectors. Nowadays, our teachers are not simply they go to the class and deliver lectures. So the role of teachers have drastically changed, and we have to accept this change. So these changes happen due to the cutting edge technologies, exhaustive digitization of teaching learning process. So we have to rethink. We have to think how there should be some innovation in teaching, learning, and evaluation process. So it's really a challenge because there is a lack of student attendance in the classes. So they are not interested to come to the classes regularly. But if I ask you that see, in this era of digitization, if we see, there are lots of open portal, YouTube portal, several online courses, and all the things are available in my mobile. So then, if I ask myself that why our student come to the class. So if everything is available in the YouTube or everything is available in the online academic portal, so we have to rethink. We have to change our teaching learning pedagogy. We have to come out of our raw learning process. And NEP 2020 is such a thing. It gives us a roadmap of how we innovate in our teaching learning process. So for that, the most important thing, already our previous principals have explained, that teachers need to be trained properly. They should aware of several new teaching learning pedagogy like experiential learning, participatory learning, blended learning, flipped learning. What are the things? How many teachers of us who are teaching in the degree colleges in and around Calcutta or in West Bengal, or maybe in the larger domain? So how many of
Dr.
these?
Datta, can your sound be increased? Can your sound be increased?
Uh, Hello, it is better.
Hi, better. Yes.
So how many of our teachers?
No, no, sorry, it's gone
It's
down
gone
again.
down
It's
again.
gone down. Down, yes.
Just a minute. Now it is fine. Hello, hello. Can I audible?
No,
No. Am I audible?
no. Yes.
I am audible now. Hello.
Yes, yes, you're fine now.
Yeah,
Now you're
yeah,
fine.
I'm fine. So what I'm saying, uh, how many of our teachers are aware of this modern teaching learning pedagogy? So we need to train our teachers. Actually, in our college, we conduct a FDP, faculty development program, on our own by the IQAC, where we expose the teachers to new teaching learning pedagogy. So what do we mean by the experiential learning or participatory learning or blended learning, so that we can engage students in the classes? So this is one of the primary theme of NEP 2020. Along with this, after delivering teaching learning, uh, there must be the evaluation process. So this evaluation process must have some innovation. That innovation is done through the continuous internal evaluation through various formative assessment tools, so that we can check their cognitive skills, so that student can engage in the class. This is a thing that we promote in our institution to implement NEP. Now there are several other things, that there are multiple entry exit option, academic bank of credit, and outcome based education. So in the outcome based education, we regularly check that what outcomes we achieve at the end of a program. How many of the students uh, are promoted, are entered into the higher education, or the students have uh, got some job opportunities. And at the same time, as the model of NEP demands to develop the 21st century skills like problem solving, creativity, ethical reasoning. So we have several skill development certificate courses in the college. And what I feel, which we implemented in our college, that there are three basic skills uh, that every student we have to impart. The first one is the communication skill. It's a language proficiency, especially in English. The second one is the ICT skill, basic computer knowledge, where students from the arts department, they have the lack of these competencies. And the third one is the value education, because only knowledge and skills are not sufficient. What NEP demands, that at the same time, uh, there should be the values among the students, so that they can become a responsible global citizen. So and one more thing, which we judiciously performed in the last academic session, is the internship program. So internship program, we try to expose the students in different areas, so that they can get some skills out of it. A good number of students have worked in publication sectors. A number of students who are exposed to artificial intelligence and machine learning. A number of students are exposed to biodiversity assessment for the biological students. So what we want to offer the students in the internship, the things that are beyond their syllabus that was framed by the university. The one thing which we feel, that as it is an affiliating university, we are the affiliating college under Calcutta University, so we have the constraint of designing the curriculum framework, which is the need of the hour. So ultimately, if any organization, if any institution, they want to implement this NEP holistically, they have to switch over to autonomous institution. This is the need of the hour. We have to think over it. And in research and innovation, we have the postgraduate departments. We are the DBT Star College. So, and we are also inviting our retired faculties who are active researcher. They are engaged in our college. They are giving the space laboratory to conduct research with our students and existing faculties, they don't have PhD till date. So this way we promote the research culture in our institution, and from there we also provide we also provide uh, the value, also provide the scope to the industries, offering them some suggestions or guidance, especially in the Department of Botany. We have Professor Timir Boron Jha, one of our renowned researcher in the field of botany, who is continuing his work here. One professor of microbiology is here. He is also doing research. They are not our institution. One is retired and one is from other institute. So we are providing this to promote the research culture. Now these are the things that we implement, that we practice in our college to implement NEP 2020 in a holistic way. But the problem that already I have mentioned, that there is a skill gap among the educators, because there is a provision of multidisciplinary and tech integrated courses. So there is a huge skill gaps. Obviously, there is a problem of infrastructure and funding. Still, we are the government institution. We have some funding from government, so that we can manage it on my own. And nowadays, what our previous speaker, Dr. Soma Ghosh, mentioned, that if we have to promote this blended learning or online education, because MOOCs is nowadays a very popular platform where student can get skills from the Swayam or several MOOCs platform are there, EDX and Coursera. So throughout the world, they are very popular. Even if our NPTEL Swayam, so our institution is also a NPTEL local chapter. But what we can make that, if we can mandate these online courses, some particular credit, if it was mandated by the university, that every student have to earn, say, 10 credits or 20 credits from the MOOCs courses. So then we really explore the opportunities in our online courses. Actually, in the AICT colleges, there is a provision that they are conducting two type of courses. One is the BTech and one is the BTech with honors. So if a student have to get a BTech honors degree, he have to earn 20 credit from the MOOCs. So these are the university have to think in this way. The next one is the employment centric versus value centric education. The NEP are just to ask a deeper question. A deeper question, what it asks, that what is the aim of education? So if we have to think that if the future societies don't rely on employment to sustain livelihood, then what will education mean? So we must go beyond job preparation to character formation, civic responsibility, and lifelong curiosity. So what I think the greatest hurdles, greater obstacles to implement NEP in the affiliating system. The first one is the assessment system. The assessment system needs to be reformed. Even if Calcutta University, what happens in Calcutta University, they are conducting examinations throughout the year. So there is a huge shortage of class days, effective class days. So students have completed their examination, then come back to the college, maybe during summer vacation or maybe within Puja vacation. Then afterwards, again their tutorial examination started, their internship program started. So this we have to rethink, that the assessment system must be reoriented, restructured, so that we can get at least effective 90 class days in every semester. The second obstacle, so far I feel, is the syllabus designing. Because while we are designing the syllabus, while this university are designing the syllabus, maybe they have to taken care of the perspective of all the colleges. A colleges situated in the heart of the Calcutta, along with the colleges located in a very, very remote part of district. In my college, I don't have an opportunity to offer a IDC on machine learning or IDC on data science or interdisciplinary course on nanotechnology. But if we go to St. Xavier's College, they have the flexibility. A student pursuing English honors, taking artificial intelligence as his minor courses. So there lies the concept of uh, autonomy, academic autonomy. And the third and the most important one is that the teachers need to learn, because a teacher who is not a learner become less flush at teaching after some time. So I have interacted with several teachers, and my experience is that teachers do not have time to learn. So if the teachers are not giving time to learn, then people expect anything from teachers. So how do we overcome? How do we overcome? I think the only solution is to work not within the system, but in spite of the system. I think that few people would be committed to helping learners to learn something meaningful. So we have to remember that a policy can do so much, but the real change depends on how we, the educators, administrators, students, and society at large, implement its spirit. So let us not just inform minds, but transform lives. So let us strive to create a kind of education, one that says with learner forever. So I must say, I must quote a famous line of Albert Einstein, that education is what remains after one has forgotten what has learned in the school. Thank you.
Is that?
Thank you, madam.
Yes, yes, Dr. Datta, yes. Well, thank you so much. You've actually brought up so many very, very important issues. And these are, in the true sense of the word, these are the shackles, but I also like the spirit with which you have presented them, that we all understand that NEP is probably the only way, the only path which is available to us right now. If we have to, as you said, if we have to educate the Generation Z, because they are anyway, as they said, they know it all. Even if we don't teach them as teachers, they will know it in the generation where they are. So we don't, the role of teachers in a situation like this, how we are going to reinvent ourselves, whether we are going to reject, because I don't think we can in any way reject this path which has very, very fortunately come to us. NEP 2020 and the change of education policy is most definitely the path that we need to. And before I go into our next participant, I would like to, because a number
Actually,
of
ma'am,
you have
one more thing which I like to
yes.
mention, that if we maybe we have some uh, mental block to accept these changes. But what happens, that if the entire world is changing in the education sector, so if we can't adapt these changes, we have to go out of the system. So that is what I want to say, that the thing, it is the statement that is very popular. I have read from somewhere that if a person can foresee a change, he or she can lead. If a person sustains with the change, he or she can survive. And if a person can't change, he will eliminate from the system. So there are
Yes, yes.
three kind
As
of
they say,
situation
change is the
happen.
only reality.
This so change is the only reality. So we have to
Yes,
accept this change and we have to adapt this change. So we
yes.
have to calibrate ourselves
Yes.
so
So,
that we
I
can
mean,
sustain.
imagine a situation if NEP was not there with us and we were still continuing with the old system, that would have been a crisis mode. But then, since we have this, our duty then becomes that we try to empower and strengthen this system as much as we can. And as I was coming back to just before you said, uh, I think all of us agree that this is an era where flexibility is the most important element of education, because we are dealing with students, teachers, where everybody needs some kind of flexibility. And ODL is one form which is now in a position of putting, of contributing to this flexibility in a large way. So my appeal to all of you, as I was trying to do a couple of programs with, I've done a program with Dr. Datta also, and I've done a program with Shoma Madam also, that it is our time to outreach the significance of flexible education and open and distance learning education, and to tell them that it is no longer a alternative, it is a necessity, and it is complementary to conventional education. So conventional education will have to be strengthened by having open and distance learning. Before we talk about Maulana Azad College, or we talk about Dokhineshwar College, or Hiralal Majumdar College, or we talk about IGNU, what we need to do together is have a promotional and an outreach activity by which we can promote open and distance learning. What is the spirit of open and distance learning? And as you said, so many times, people are still, faculties are also not aware of why we need to have an ODL mode, why we need to have ODL programs in the college, why we need to have not just what was the significance of these programs to strengthen their own students in their own colleges. So that is something I think we should come together and go for an outreach kind of a thing for open and distance as a whole. Dr. Roy, you are here. Dr. Shubhrata Roy, it has gone a little. Dr. Shubhrata Roy. Mm, I think we saw.
Hello, hello.
Yes, yes, Dr. Roy. Yes,
Ah,
Dr.
yes,
Roy.
yes.
I'm sorry, we took a long time and you had to wait so long. But
Okay,
once again, we are very happy that you are joining here with us, and we will try to. This is Dr. Roy is going to be our last participant, but most definitely not the least, because of his exemplary experience as an academician, as as the principal of Prabhu Jagat Bandhu College. I've known him to do some exceptional work in his own college, and I'm very happy that you are here to share your experiences of NEP 2020. So, Dr. Roy, you will first tell us about how you have contributed and what are the measures and steps that you have taken in your own college on the mandate of NEP 2020, and then you can also sum up a few challenges that you have faced later.
okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Actually, I have a scheduled meeting. It is already time over, and I will say brief, very brief, okay?
Yes, yes.
Because the already the speakers, already previous speakers, they have actually told a lot and discussed different dimensions of the NEP 2020. I think that the economy, society, and the education, these are the highly correlated. We know that since the massive liberalization, privatization, and the globalization of the Indian economy, we actually in an environment to accept the global, because without accepting the global, we shall not survive. Our condition, our career will be jeopardized. Naturally, we have to accept the global. So, if we move the global situation, that anyway, whatever may be the higher education, and maybe in the regular mode, maybe in the ODL form, anything, I think so that the job is the last word. Of getting job is the last word that the students they are asking us. In our college, actually, we have some infrastructural problem, due to which the university NEP 2020, the implementation of the NEP 2020 is to some extent very difficult because of the paucity of infrastructure, because of the lack of fund, and also other bottlenecks. So, college is dominated by the what I want to say, by the minority community also. They are very poor. I am mentioning the minority community, they are very poor. And they need financial help for the higher education. Through the different scholarships, they are getting the help from the part of the government, and from our part, we are also giving some concessions, some discount in their admission fees, and etc. etc. But the problem is that what are the combinations of the choice should be open. The openness of the choice is not given fully because of the lack of infrastructure. Naturally, what the NEP 2020 directs us, we are not able to follow the follow this direction that is as it is. Okay, point is step by step. That is not possible for us. Really, I think so that uh, education should be job oriented, and after passing out, what they will get, that destination should be given to them. So, in our with our infrastructure, or like our college, many colleges are there, in the under this status, or maybe the below this status. So the uniformity is not there in all the colleges. So the uniform application of the 2020 is not realistic, is not possible. So I think that the students, and particularly the teachers, first of all, I think what Ramakrishna told us, that actually if the guru take the knowledge level up to the 100%, or not the, suppose the 90%, then their disciples or the students, they will the followers will get the maybe the 20%, maybe the 30%. I think it is a very big problem in the West Bengal, that we all the teachers are getting a very good package of salary package, but as compared to that, they are not so much serious to implement. Most of them, except few, the most of them are not so much, I think, active to implement the philosophy and the ethics of the 2020. It is not done. if it is not possible, how the students, how the followers, how the students be a product after passing on a product of as desired by the NEP 2020. So, under this circumstance, I think so. There should be government's help. I mean, financial assistance for the for the infrastructural expansion, physical infrastructural expansion, and on the other hand, also it is to be recognized that to be said that the number of teachers, that is student teacher ratio, should be raised, because there is a lack of human resource also, that is the teachers. So that number should be enhanced also. Naturally, what my again and again I am reiterating that first type of motivation of the teachers, first of all, this should be done, and then for the students, because if we from our childhood, what we think that what we have seen that the teachers making their notes through home study and then enter into the classes. Today, this is required, but I think on that day, the salary package was not so much lucrative or so much high. But at present, we are getting a good package, best package, better package of salary. So naturally, our concentration should be how to motivate the students to take the to take part in the NEP 2020 ethics, education, etc., their syllabus, which is prepared following the NEP. This is my main theme of study, and the economy, education, and society. Economy, education, and society. Economy, that is the job, that means the employment should be there, poverty be diminished, poverty be reduced, and so that our basic needs be fulfilled first, then the education. Naturally, if not we have not the bread and butter, we have not the basic needs not fulfilled, then how can we accept, how can we think that the better education will be imparted to the students? Naturally, now the economy of our Indian economy is a developing economy, moving towards the developed economy. That's all. But thing is that despite all these developments, there are so many people, they are living below the poverty line. So NEP type of syllabus, if we want to NEP oriented syllabus, if we want to implement, we should try to upgrade their poverty situation should be reduced, and after the alleviation of the poverty, then the education. Naturally, we should take this. First of all, we shall take this. Second, the ethics, NEP ethics should be taken seriously for the teachers' development. This should be taken. And if these two, economy and education, then automatically the social development will be started. So ethics is a very big thing. There is not such time to explain it more. So the ethical development, cultural development, and the educational development, all these are the correlated. Without one another cannot move. So without one another cannot move. So I think so that the uh, NEP 2020 is a vision and mission of our society, of the Indian society, Indian economy. Naturally, I want to give first priority, first and foremost priority for the training, education, imparting education to the teachers. The teachers should be prepared properly so that this is the human capital, be a qualitative human capital, and this human capital will be a the matter through which the higher education, NEP oriented higher education, NEP oriented education will be propagated in the society. The social development will take place. I'm not wanting to take more time. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Ray. Thank you very much. Yes, of course, there is a huge connection between economy and society and education. And if you want to, but there is also a question which is still going on in my mind, which is if education is not required to create jobs, because jobs today, every job need that level of education that that is required, then why should we need education for? So these are questions we should keep them in mind. And I think I would like to thank all the participants. We have gathered some very important insights from this discussion. A number of challenges which has come up at the grassroots level in the practical implementation of NEP, and also we have also found out some kind of positive practices and innovative practices which colleges like yours, esteemed colleges like yours in West Bengal have uh, implemented and have taken initiatives and made efforts in the path to strengthening NEP. With that, we would like to once again reiterate that NEP is a transformative policy, and we all welcome the paradigm shift and the change in values that NEP brought for us. These values and this paradigm shift was very important, as we were mentioning at that time. The way we look at jobs today, the way we look at flexible education today, the way we think about lifelong learning doesn't is not related to one's own age. The way we think of democratizing education to make education accessible to each and every marginalized community, and education, as our honorable vice chancellor had recently mentioned, she said education is, of course, we see that education is a right and it's not just a privilege. So as a right, each and every section of society is entitled to its education, to an empowered mind, and education should take us in that path. As again, we will end with Swami Vivekananda's quote that education is the path through which we realize the ultimate divinity in oneself. So the way we understand that each and every person has a divinity in that person, and education is the path by which we realize that divinity in ourselves. So with that spirit, and uh, and also with, thanking you all, the learners and the alumni, whoever will join and listen to this Google Meet. This Google Meet will be now telecast from all different avenues that we have in our disposal. We will also share it in the social media so that it remains, and we will also request all our learners and alumni to visit a social media page and listen to pod- uh, this webinar, and leave their comments in how NEP 2020 can be strengthened and empowered. And all the best to all our learners and alumni. Thank you so much.